guide for you because there's been a lot of confusion regarding min-maxing gear. Our Discord, Mando Cabure's Discord, has a lot of information. You've been reading the class guides, you've been reading my expletive-filled being better guides, and here's how this breaks down now and translates to everything. So, getting a lot of questions on how gearing actually works. So here's what you need to know. For accuracy until the 6.0 change, and if they change it, all you need is 735 accuracy. This stat here changes to this number down here, okay? 735 accuracy, you can do hard mode, you can do NIM, you can do whatever the heck you want to do. But here's how you get it. 240 accuracy augments. Number 48, give you the 99 accuracy. Then you pop this stim right here. That's 735 accuracy, you're done. Everything else can go to other stats. Second thing, if you are DPS, and you can get away with it if you're healers too, is you're going to do Masterwork or just whatever relics, but it's Focus Retribution, Serendipitous Assault. It is always on proc. I see people stacking Fateless and Boundless Ages and Click Relics, and they're complete trash, and you don't need to do that. The other thing you need to know is starting from gear set 248, going to 252. So starting at 252, sorry, not 248. The gear stats change and the mods and the enhancements are locked. So when we talk about min-max for, doing your shit, this is what we're talking about. And I'm going to show you some old gear so you understand. This is my old set of 248. I ripped stuff out. So if you look at this, here's the blaster. In all 248 pieces, so when you're getting them from your tier 4 command crates, you want to save them. You want to rip out the mods and the enhancements if you don't have other stuff. But basically, here's what you need to know. The mods you can rip out, the enhancements you can rip out, they are not locked to that specific set piece. Starting at 252, you're going to see here that these are now bound to a main hand. So that came out of my main hand like one of those, but all of these, if I try to rip these out, they're bound to it. So you can't take the mods and the enhancements out anymore and throw them in other things. So that's where everybody gets screwed over for 252 gear. It's the same for 258. The second thing that you need to know for gearing to min-max for your 258 is this. Main hands are crit, boots are also crit. So you're going to notice here, for me to hit my alacrity, I have to have the 248 enhancement in here with my other augments. I'm still figuring out how the heck I'm going to fix that, but it's going to be a lot of gear change that I just can't be fucked to do right now. You're also going to notice that I'm running 6-7 set pieces. What that translates to is this. 6 set bonus prior to 6.0, if you're a DPS class, roughly translates down to 15% of your DPS from your abilities, getting the damage increases, the cooldowns, all that. GCD, global cooldown, I'm a little over it, but basically it's how fast does all this come back off of clicking. So for my class, 1850 is what you need for 258. You'll see I'm 257. Another quick deal on this is you will always have enough mastery and endurance, so don't ever stack that. The mercs, you run 3 240 versatile augments. That gets you more mastery because you've got a 3% alacrity boost. What we're talking about is this. Superior versatile 48. Okay, so this right here gives you 99 mastery, so you run 3 of those, that gets you roughly 300. That gets you to the stats on that. The Merc Mando guide that Victator posted to our Discord is a good place to start on that, but we'll cover that in the later guide. It doesn't really matter right now. So all of this up here translates to all this down here. So the one that you need to look at, you've got range, defense, PvP, whatever, doesn't matter. Tech, this is what you need to look at. Alacrity, this is what they're talking about when they're talking about alacrity percentage. Tells you how fast stuff is either going to recharge or cooldown, your critical, and then your crit multiplier. Now, this is why you do 2-to-1 power to crit. You can have crit out the ass and be like, hey Dash, I have 80% crit multiplier and my crit's at like 48%, and that's great, okay? But if your power is super low, whenever you crit, you're going to crit for like 1,000, okay? So the 2-to-1 ratio, if you look here, your power adds to your bonus damage. So whatever you're critting on, or your chance to crit, this is how much extra bonus damage you're going to get. So that basically is in a nutshell. Outside of that, don't stack mastery, don't stack endurance, it's complete trash. You can skank on your power techs. Get with me if you need to know about that. Lethality operative is better than concealment in my mind. All of this applies to PvP. For PvP, there's 2 ways to do it for you PvP junkies. You don't need accuracy. So you can completely get rid of all 735 accuracy, and you can dump it to crit or power, or, I would probably dump it to crit or power, or a mix of both, depending. Just remember there are no 240 overkill augments because you get power on all these other augments. So what I'm talking about on that is this. Because we get 39 power plus 99 base stat plus 80 endurance, they didn't do overkill because that would be, you know, whatever that is fucking together with like 138, something like that. So that would be 2 OP. The second thing is there's two ways to min-max it. A lot of people say that you don't need any accuracy for PvP, and that's true. You can get crit. I usually like to run 105% accuracy, and that is with a stim if I'm going to min-max for PvP, because then you can break the system in bolster, and you can completely bypass people's fucking cooldowns. So, whenever a Jug comes over and starts DCDing, and he goes, what the fuck, I popped my GCDs, and I'm getting attacked, 105% accuracy, you're not missing. Alright, that's it, have fun.